Thunder returns defends 10 armies with only 12 towers. Let's see how his new castle design works. Resources needed: iron and desperate defense cards.
Thunder's Return defends 10 armies with just 12 towers and 7 ballistas. There's no tunnels and no turrets. Let's watch this. His first report is just a quick pot tip and sally trigger by these Russian players. Next report is a 75 Vassal breaker, just to get rid of pots and some archers and some towers. Hits the middle of this castle, does some splash damage onto pikemen in the middle of this keep. The armies split towards the north corner and the west corner. This castle design is fantastic at just splitting the army into two. This makes attacking it very difficult from the attacker's perspective, because the moat is the part of the castle that you need to get through in order to get through the keep, or you got to blast through one of those 12 towers. And since the pikemen are routed towards the corners, they're not going to dig that moat until one of the 12 towers fall.
This catapult drill army manages to destroy this northern tower here and allows access to the keep from the northern side only because the Sally Fourth escaped through the western side during this attack. Keep watching to see how this impacts the pathing of the attacking pikemen throughout the rest of this attack.
The tower on the north side falls because of this. The tower on the west side does not fall. It's red. Next attack is a 100 catapult Vassal army. And a desperate defense card has been played. These are expert cards, all experts, and these are expert killing pits. Watch what happens.
Player Thunder Returns was able to play a desperate defense card during the 3-second window between attacks. This card heals all of his castle structures, including his killing pits. These quadruple damage killing pits instantly eliminate the attacking pikemen, and leaves no chance for the attacking army to structurally damage more of this castle.
It's pretty incredible how quickly these pikemen will maul the archers. Our old rule was you would want 120 archers on the walls for castles with no turrets and no tunnelers. Thunder's Return is putting a test to that rule with his use of killing pits and expert pots. So this castle is completely a game changer. Notice a desperate defense card has been played once again. And these killing pits and expert oil pots absolutely incinerate these attacking pikemen, leaving only archers and catapults to deal damage. Admittedly, the catapults are doing significant damage to the pikemen on the ground in front of the keep. The problem for the attackers is that they can't get through the moat to get to the keep.
Player Thunder Returns continues to play desperate defense cards during the time between attacks, ensuring that his killing pits remain dangerous and his towers remain in good structural health.
Desperate defense card has been played.
They're all dead!
The craziest part about the killing pit strategy this castle uses is that the closer the attacker gets to the center of the keep, the more killing pits the attacking pikemen have to run through. Really, the only way to get rid of this castle is to use a corner formation, and the reason that this castle is so ingenious for this current server is because nobody has bomb formations that hit the corner. Once people start using this castle, bombing is going to be far more difficult. Bet's Pop sends the first 5-captain army of 4. Desperate defense card has been played. Watch what happens with these captain tactics here. So the west side gets funneled through this corridor because all of the towers are standing. However, on the north side, since one of the towers fell, the Captain Tactics actually managed to dig a bit of moat. Unfortunately, it's the less valuable side. The better side for the Captain Tactics to dig would be the west side of this castle, so they don't have to walk all the way around the keep. This tower right here is extremely problematic for these attacking armies because it is still standing. Let's watch this second 5-captain army, PreRaze formation, 120 catapult formation. The same exact problem occurs. The killing pits massacre the north side, and the west side get funneled through this corridor because that tower is standing. Thunder's Return has meticulously designed this castle to, it's tailored, the placement of the towers is tailored to avoid the direction of catapult fire. You can only really get rid of them with a corner shot. These guys didn't send a corner shot. Desperate Defense card has been played. Now the north side attacking army digs a lot of moat. West side sneaks through, but they're going to die to killing pits. The aggressive pikemen are going to get brought out. Thunder's Return had to have an astounding amount of iron in the village for these Desperate Defense cards to be successful like that. This is only possible within completely full stockpile full of iron. Well done to Thunder's Return for anticipating that need for iron in the stockpile. Last attacks from player DMV13 sends a 70 catapult Raze attempt. Again, Desperate Defense card's been played. Notice how, look at all those killing pits that they have to trigger now that they're getting closer and closer to the keep. I mean, this is really a game-breaking strategy using expert pits and a stockpile full of iron to prevent these attacking armies.
Thunder Returns debuts his game-breaking strategy of using expert killing pits, a stockpile full of iron, and Desperate Defense cards to defend an imposing bomb of 10 carefully timed armies. The strategy is simple. Since the attackers die to killing pits on their way to the keep, the castle cannot fall until the iron in the village's stockpile is extinguished.
This is the result. 48 archers live on the side of Thunder's Return. 214 pikemen stand on the side of Thunder's Return. 10 armies this is defended, and there's still more than 200 pikemen on the ground. Leave a comment down below how many armies you think this castle can eat on full experts with all the Desperate Defenses going off, with all the Sally cards, in order for it to get raised with the formations that go through the middle. And then leave another comment down below how many armies you think this castle can eat had the armies being sent towards the castle been corner shots. In other words, how many corner shot bomb armies do you think this castle can eat?
Subscribe for regular updates on the most relevant gameplay strategy.
Thank you to Thunder's Return for these outstanding submissions, and thank you for watching
Kingdoms Strong.